So now you're ready to use the database. So I've navigated back to the home page, and here you can see there are two main options. This might look slightly different depending on your browser and how large your screen is, but essentially they're the same options. So firstly, you can search the EMINA database, and we've got a video on basic searching and a video on advanced searching. The second option is to create new heritage resources, and this brings you to the Resource Manager. Here you can see the 7 different types of resources that you can create, so the 7 different types that exist in the database. And for each of these, we've got videos explaining into detail how to create each card in each of these resources. But I'm just going to go through them one by one now to explain to you what these are. So the main one really is Heritage Place. This is where you can create records about archaeological sites, features, buildings, landscapes, seascapes, and urban heritage. Another one is Geoarchaeology. This one is new in the new version of the database, and it's where you can record data on geoarchaeology and paleolandscapes. Another one, which existed before, but which we didn't really use before, and we'll be using much more in the new version of the database, is Person Organization. A person organization resource is where you record information about any individual or group who you would like to link to Heritage Place or any other type of resource. This primarily includes the creator or editor of individual records, but it may also include, for example, the individual person or group who made a specific interpretation, or historic or contemporary figures who are somehow linked to the site or resource. Another one is Build Component. This one is also new to the current version of the database, and it's a resource where you record constructed components of buildings or other features. So things like individual walls, pavements, doorways, which have specific characteristics or disturbances which need a separate resource to record them in. Then we've got information resources. These should be familiar to you if you've used the EMINA database before. There are sources of information collected to create individual records. Things like satellite imagery, photographs, publications, maps, or data sets. Again, there's a separate video or the separate videos about how to enter information into this. Something that's new to this version is the detailed condition assessment. So in addition to the basic condition assessment that you can complete in a heritage place, sometimes it may be necessary or desirable to complete a detailed condition assessment. This type of record provides a place to record more specific details about the condition of a site, the disturbances, threats, and risks affecting it. Or you can enter recommendations for its conservation and protection. Finally, you will see there is a resource type called Grid Square. So the EMINA project uses a system of grid squares to divide the region under study into smaller units. And each grid square requires its own record. Now you won't really need this resource because we've created all the EMINA grid squares already. So you can essentially just ignore this one.